is the east, and
Yeah, I gotta go.
Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Oh, cast it off. Oh, it is my lady. Oh, it is my love! Oh, that she knew she were. Oh. She speaks yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. Oh, 'tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all of heaven having some business to entreat her eyes. To twinkle there in their spheres. What if they were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes would stream through the sky, and birds would sing, and not know that it was night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being under this moon, as is the winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, as he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or thou wilt not be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak at this?
But thy name, that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor face, nor arm, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, will he not, Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he doth owe without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be newly baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreed in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is an enemy to myself, because it is hateful to thee. Had I had written, I would tear the word.
My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's utterance, and yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee didst like.
How camest thou hither? But tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
Love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are of no let to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
Would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended than by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou out this place?
Thy love's, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, but wert thou as far as that vast shore, washed with that farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowst the mask of night is on my face. Else would a maiden blush but paint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know that will say I, and I will take thee at thy word. But if thou swearst, thou mayst prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say Jove laughs. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully, or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. But else, not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behavior light, but believe me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess. But then you are hurt, ere I was ware my true love's passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by By yonder blessed moon, I swear that tips with silver all these fruit treetops.
Swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon which monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
Then what shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
My heart's dear
Well,
love.
do not swear, although I joy in thee. I have no joy in this contract tonight. It's too rash, too sudden, too unadvised, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. Spot of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night. Sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine?
Why, I didst give it thee before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it thee again. And yet I wish for but the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. Anon, good nurse! Oh, sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Blessed, blessed night! I'm afeard being a knight, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee. Where and what time thou wilt perform the rite. And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world. But if thou mean'st not well, I do beseech thee to cease thy suit, and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worst to want thy love. Love goes towards love like schoolboys from their books. Love from love like school towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo,
My dear,
at what o'clock tomorrow shall I send for thee?
the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I didn't call thee back again.
Let me stand here till thou remembers it.
I shall forget to have thee still standing there, remembering how I loved thy company.
And I shall still stay here to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, but yet no further than a wanton's bird, which lets it hop a little from her hand like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silken thread plucks it back again. So loving jealous at its liberty.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I. Yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Oh, I would I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly father's cell his help to crave, my dear hap to tell.